Cardano ADA just dumped after the launch of smart contracts. Why did this happen? Why did this turn out to be a buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation? In this video, I'm going to answer this, and I'm going to talk about smart contracts briefly and explain to you what they are and why they're important. And at the end of the video, I'm going to talk about the price and technical analysis of Cardano and where it might be going in the future. Now let's go. Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. My name is Did and welcome to the channel. Now let's talk about why Cardano dumped, and for that we have a few potential answers. Number one is the simplest reason and probably the biggest reason why Cardano dumped is because Bitcoin dumped. I know this sounds to be the laziest answer that I could give you, but the truth is when Bitcoin dumps, most other altcoins follow. So if you take a look at Bitcoin, it's been dumping for the past about 7 days or a week or so. And for that reason, Cardano is dumping as well. The truth is, whether it's good or bad, when Bitcoin does well, all other altcoins do well. And when it doesn't do well, all other altcoins don't do well. That's generally speaking. There's always going to be anomalies such as Solana exploding, like we saw earlier. The other reason why I believe Cardano dumped is because of a trend that we've been seeing in the crypto market, and that is the buy the rumor, sell the news. What that means is every time a new partnership is announced or a new upgrade is announced, the hype and the excitement that people have cause people to buy into the project, such as the launch of smart contracts. It pumped Cardano all the way up to $3. People bought and bought and bought. And when we got to the day of the news, everyone sold, or many people sold or took profits. This situation, we call it a buy the rumor, sell the news. Now, this has been very, very common, even with the biggest upgrades or partnerships, regardless whether they succeeded or failed. For example, Cardano succeeded and it still dumped. It doesn't mean that the project or the upgrade failed or didn't do well. It just means that that's how the crypto space works. For now, it might change in the future, but every time there's a piece of news, people buy into the hype, and as we come closer to the day of the launch, you sell. For that reason, personally, I don't like buying into news because it's speculation. Let's say they announce launching smart contracts. To me, it's not the main factor for me to buy. The main factor is seeing Cardano at a discount or believing in it long term. This eliminates the anxiety to me instead of waiting for news to come out and buying as soon as the news comes out and then it dropping like it happened today. So if you're someone who didn't buy Cardano because you were waiting for smart contracts to launch, well, you could have bought the top in the past 2 days or so. For that reason, I just try to position myself better, and you should probably do that as well. So Cardano developers successfully launched smart contracts on September 12th. Now, what are smart contracts and why are they important? First, let me tell you what you can do with Cardano smart contracts. What you can do is something similar to Ethereum, and that is build decentralized exchanges. So you have centralized exchanges such as Coinbase, Binance, KuCoin, etc. And you have decentralized such as Uniswap, where you don't need a third party to swap coins, you just swap it on the Ethereum blockchain. With this, you can have decentralized exchanges on Cardano blockchain. You can have decentralized apps, such as, for example, Axie Infinity. It's a decentralized game on the Ethereum blockchain. You can have that on the Cardano blockchain, and many more applications. Cardano can also be home to NFTs, where you see all these people buying the $1 million pieces of art on Ethereum blockchain. Now this can be done on the Cardano blockchain. And guys, the reason why we didn't see a huge explosion instantly and all those projects flooding in is because these projects take time to develop and it's not instant. So as soon as the smart contracts launch, people start building, or they're building and optimizing their projects on the blockchain, and then slowly but surely projects will roll out, causing the value of Cardano network to increase overall. Now, if you're thinking, what the hell are smart contracts? I'll explain. Smart contracts, put simply, are just if-then statements. If you pay me money, I'll give you the item you paid me for. And we can scale this up to infinite amounts of if-then, and this can be very complex, but simply put, that's what it means. Another very simple analogy for you to understand smart contracts are vending machines. If you put money into the vending machine, then it can give you the drink you're purchasing. That's what it is. The vending machine is just basically like smart contracts. It's waiting for the if, which is someone putting money into it and clicking a button, then it will give you what you desire. The difference with smart contracts on Cardano or even Ethereum is that they're trustless, they're on a public ledger and on the blockchain. A bit more complex than the vending machine, I would say. But simply put, again, you can, let's say, sell a piece of digital art, and the smart contract can say that every time this piece of digital art is sold, 10% royalties are paid to the owner or the creator of this art automatically. It's trustless, no one has to verify it, just the blockchain itself, which is crazy. Smart contracts can be used in other real-world situations, such as in healthcare, in real estate, in supply chain, in insurance. Now, I know what you're thinking, how the hell can we use smart contracts in insurance? Well, I'll explain. Now, let's say you get into a car accident and it's at no fault of your own, right? And what if the other party denies that it's not their fault either? Then you fall into a situation where it's going to be a pain for you to convince the insurance company that it's not your fault and it's just a hassle. You might win the case, but it's going to take time and effort. While if sometime in the future you drive a Tesla or you have a device in your car that records the time of accident and how it happened and the speed you're going when it happened, then this real-world data can be linked to the blockchain or to the smart contract instantly using something called an oracle, such as Chainlink, which is a project that I always talk about on this channel. And then the smart contract can automatically, or the insurance powered smart contract can automatically pay you because it can determine that it's not a fault of your own. So no need to call the insurance company. Everything is trustless and made automatically. I'm sure there's many other smart contract applications that haven't been thought of and which will be developed and improved over time. Now, the question that you might have is, since we have Ethereum smart contracts, why would we want to use Cardano smart contracts? And the reason for that is that Cardano works on a proof of stake system, while Ethereum works on a proof of work system where miners mine and they use computers and GPUs and graphic cards to mine Ethereum. And this is causing the transaction fees on the Ethereum blockchain to be extremely high. For example, if I want to swap from Ethereum to Chainlink, this usually costs a hefty fee. Now, with Cardano and having proof of stake, it's more eco-friendly and the transaction costs are lower. So even though Ethereum 2.0 is going to roll out soon and it's going to transition from a proof of work system to a proof of stake system, just like Cardano is from the start, then we might see those lower transaction fees. But until then, we do not have Ethereum 2.0. And until then, people are probably going to go and use Cardano until we have the fee issue resolved with Ethereum. But at the end of the day, long term, I do believe both of them are going to succeed, both Ethereum and Cardano, and I do hold both of them. Now, let's talk about the technical aspect of Cardano and if you should buy, if you shouldn't. I'm definitely not a financial advisor, but I'm going to give you my take on it and what I think. Now, let's jump into my laptop and let's take a look at the price of Bitcoin. Right now, we're at $44,400, and we look at Cardano USDT, and the price is $2.4. We saw a nice recovery from $2.3. Now we're up at 2.4. A couple of videos back, I would say 5 videos ago, I put a target of $100 billion Cardano market cap, and we did almost reach that, almost to the T, almost. But let's get rid of this for now because we're not going to need it. Now our focus is on whether it's a good entry point right now or not. So if you take a look, I drew 3 lines. Let's say support 1, support 2, support 3. Right now we got supported by support number 1. If you bought in here, that's probably a good buy. Now, if we break below this, or even below maybe this line right here, there's a chance that we might free fall all the way down to this line, and that is support number 2, about $2. And since it's a huge psychological number, $2 might be a good entry position or an entry level. Or if you want to wait further and see if we see a downside wick. So basically a wick is this line you see right here. This is the candle body and this is the candle wick. If we see a wick coming all the way down, and maybe we can get supported at 1.8. And this is a very strong support because right here we got resisted and we stayed under this ever since June, and we broke out of it in August. So 2 months until we were able to break out of it. So this is a very strong resistance. Here are my entry levels. I have, this is support number 1. If we dip here, I might buy more here. If we dip to support number 2, I might buy more here. And if not, we're just going to go up and I'm going to enjoy dollar cost averaging and entering from up there. Now, if you also take a look at the Cardano to Bitcoin chart, we are looking phenomenal as always. It's been outpacing Bitcoin tremendously and it's been holding. So what happened is we broke previous highs and then we made it support and we're still hovering above this. So no concern over there. And Cardano Ethereum is right now performing better than Cardano slightly. And for that reason, we look a bit top heavy, but we're getting supported at this line right here. Let me draw it for you. We're getting supported right there and we're still looking good. And after this, guys, remember, Cardano just launched smart contracts. So right now, the value of Cardano is going to shift from people buying the project and staking it to the value coming from the projects built on top of Cardano. Just like we have smart contracts on Ethereum, and every time we see a surge, for example, in the NFTs, we saw how Ethereum reacted and surged as well. We can see the same thing with Cardano. And this takes some time. It's not going to be instant, but when it happens, it probably happens extremely big. And by the way, if you feel like you missed out on Cardano, I made a video right here. Check it out and watch this after this video is done, because you don't want to miss any of the information right here. Now, moral of this video, guys, is that Cardano is a beast and it's been performing very well. Even though we saw a nice dip, I see this as a discount, and I'm happy that this happened. Now, also, if you take a look at the logarithmic scale, let me do a very long-term analysis. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Elliott wave theory, but what it is that usually bull cycles or bull runs happen in a 5-wave interval, such as this. So we have wave 1, then 2, which is a correction wave, then wave 3, then another correction wave, and then wave 5. Something like that. There's way more rules to that, but I'm not going to dive into this right now. But if you take a look at this one, we have Cardano did wave 1, then it went down, corrected, wave 2, and then we went all the way up there, wave 3, then we corrected wave 4, and this looks like a wave 5, where I'm not going to be surprised if wave 5 ends at around the $10 mark, which is the prediction that many of us YouTubers or many of us crypto analysts have, and which is right there. So it's just a nice long-term analysis. So meaning that if you buy here and it goes to $10, it's not going to be a big deal, or if you buy a bit higher or a bit lower. But it's definitely always better to buy at a discount, and that's what I prefer doing. That's it, guys. I really hope you found this video informative. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, and if you want trade alerts or access to my portfolio and what I'm holding, make sure you hit that link below for Patreon. And if you want to chat with me or join my Discord community, the link is also in the description. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Peace out. Bye.